morning with another night of protests even larger than the first, following a grand jury's decision not to indict an NYPD officer in the death of Eric Garner.
Thousands of demonstrators took to the streets last night in much larger gatherings than the night before.
The protests included fake coffins carried across the Brooklyn Bridge and staged die-ins shutting down intersections.
While protests were largely peaceful, cameras in Midtown caught one police officer wheeled away on a stretcher. Another protest is planned for Union Square today, and CBS News' Janelle Burrell joins us live from there. Janelle.
Well, Mary, as we go into day 3 of the protests, Eric Garner's family and many of the protesters will tell you this has become a movement much bigger than simply his death. And last night we saw those numbers swell to some 10,000 demonstrators, and there were many clashes between protesters and those marchers.
Protesters lined up in handcuffs overnight, escorted by police from Times Square. The arrest coming after hours of rousing rallies in the name of those lost.
Everybody's here together, black, white, brown, everybody.
They began with 10,000 strong at the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan. And then they dispersed across the city, many marching across the Brooklyn Bridge with symbolic black caskets, shutting down the East River crossing to traffic Thursday night.
This is not a black and white issue. This is a national crisis.
Eric Garner's children say the magnitude of the protests have been moving.
I greatly appreciate it. It's like a sense of I'm not the only one that feels this way.
Proud that everybody has been peaceful for the most part.
But at times last night, the crowds did become aggressive. This officer wheeled away on a stretcher from Midtown. And at the Staten Island ferry terminal in Bowling Green, some protesters attempted to punch officers standing guard. Police Commissioner Bill Bratton praised the department for their handling of the marchers, saying they've shown restraint and professionalism. But the patrol union president says it's not enough.
But what we need is a mayor to stand up with and for us as well.
Blasting the mayor for what he claims is a lack of respect. Allegations the mayor dismisses.
I never get caught up in what critics say, particularly if they're doing it for their own agenda.
The Garners insist the message here is simple: hold police accountable.
We're not trying to burn down New York City. We just want to get our voices heard and get these policies enforced.
Now, most of the arrests last night were for disorderly conduct. Again, another rally planned for this afternoon at 1 o'clock right here in Union Square, where we are live this morning. Janelle Burrell, CBS 2 News.